So in this video, we want to find f inverse of x. Notice that for f of x, I have 2x plus 5 all over x minus 7. And so how do we find inverse of a rational function like in this example? So the first thing that we need to remember that this f of x equals this, in fact, is the same thing as saying y equals 2x plus 5 over x minus 7. Now, remember that we talked about how the domain of f of x is the same as the range of f inverse of x, and the range of f of x is the domain of f inverse of x. So I'm going to use that fact, and for now, step one, I'm going to go ahead and swap the x and y's. So I'm going to write x equal 2y plus 5 over y minus 7. After swapping this, now I'm going to have to solve for, so in this step here, it says swap x and y. And in this step, next step, we are going to do solve for y. So I do have x equals 2y plus 5. Let me go over y minus 7. Let me go ahead and go to the next page. Let me write it here. We said x equals 2y plus 5 over y minus 7. Now I want to solve for y. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by LCD, y minus 7, or you can think of this as cross multiplication. It doesn't matter. So on the left-hand side, I get x times y minus 7. On the right-hand side, I get 2y plus 5. Once again, remember what I did is I multiplied both sides of this equation by y minus 7. On the left-hand side, now I get x times y minus 7. On the right-hand side, I get 2y plus 5. Notice that on the left-hand side, x times y is xy, and x times negative 7 is minus 7x equals 2y plus 5. I have y on the right-hand side, I have y on the left-hand side. Let's group them, rearrange it all in the left-hand side. So x times y from here, minus 2y from here, equal, here's the 5. And then adding 7x to both sides, I have plus 7x on the right-hand side. Now what I can do on the left-hand side is to factor the y. So y x minus 2. Notice y times x is xy, and y times negative 2 is minus 2y, equals 5 plus 7x. And now if I divide both sides of this equation by x minus 2, then let me just continue in here. Then I have y equals 5 plus 7x all over x minus 2. Okay. So the only baby step left, if you were looking at this on the back of the book or some literature or the internet, usually they like to put the 7x in front, which is the same as 7x plus 5 over x minus 2, but it doesn't matter to me. All right. One last step is that, remember, we swapped the x and y. So this resultant y is f inverse of x. So f inverse of x equals 7x plus 5 over x minus 2. Remember, in the very beginning, we said the problem started as y equals, or rather f of x equals 2x plus 5 over x minus 7. So my true y here, right, is y equals 2x plus 5 and x minus 7. So now that we swapped the x and y in the very beginning, this y right here, in fact, is f inverse of x. That step is very important. You should remember that. I'm going to go ahead and do one more similar example. Going to the next page. So f of x, let's say this time 4x minus 2 all over 3x plus 1. So step one, change f of x with y. So I'm going to write down y equals 4x minus 2 over 3x plus 1. So step two, swap x and y. So now I'm going to have x equals 4y minus 2 all over 3y plus 1. So step three, let me go ahead and go to the next page. 4y minus 2, x equals 4y minus 2 over 3y plus 1. So now solve for y. I'm going to go ahead and multiply both sides of this equation by LCD, 3y plus 1. So I get x times 3y plus 1 equals 4y minus 2. And this is the same as 3xy plus x equals 4y minus 2. I'm going to group the y's together to solve for it. So 3xy minus 4y equals minus 2 minus x by regrouping. I'm going to go ahead and now factor the y out. So y 3x minus 4 equals minus 2 minus x. And now if I divide both sides of this equation by 3x minus 4, the coefficient of y, let me see if I can fit everything in here. I think I can. Continuing here. So I have y equals minus 2x, minus 2 minus x, minus 2 minus x over, okay, 3x plus 4. Now notice that I have, and that was 3x minus 4. 3x minus 4. Notice that I have too many negatives. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and multiply top and bottom of this fraction on the right-hand side by -1, so that I will get y equals 2 plus x over minus 3x plus 4, which is the same as saying y equals x plus 2 over 4 minus 3x. And finally, remember this y in here is my f inverse of x. So f inverse of x equals x plus 2 over 4 minus 3x. Okay, I hope this explains how to find the inverses, at least for a rational function. We'll do more more examples in the future. Email me if you have any questions. Thanks.